Thank you for coming. I mean, thank you for attending. Sorry. And this meeting will be recording. Um, Next is going to be Aaron. He's going to talk a little bit about, I don't know, some stuff. And we want to see everybody's faces.
Some people got some weird camera stuff over there. Like I see a little hair. Some things I see like the top of the roof. Oh, there. I see you, Bessie. All right. First announcement is we have our new MIT, Melissa. Uh-oh. Melissa, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Somebody help.
Isararas.
Isararas. Lo siento.
I
All
don't know how to
right.
pronounce it either.
So
Okay,
welcome, Melissa. And that may be all I have. Do I have another slide or is that it?
that's it.
No, it's Megan. I'm not sure. I think Megan is picking her mother up from
I'm
the
here.
airport.
I'm here.
Oh,
I got it. I got here 8 minutes ago.
woohoo!
In the nick of time. Okay. Let me take control. There we go. All right. Hi, everyone. Before I start, just because I know I was out for a little bit, my mom came in and I had to go pick her up from the airport, but I've gotten quite a few emails about cauliflower from Brothers. And before the meeting started, I screened through all my emails, and it looks like they had an issue. The buyer couldn't get enough cauliflower because of all of the rain that happened in California. So I'm still working on what we might be able to get substituted, but more than likely it won't be cauliflower because they weren't able to get it from their buyer. More to come on that. I'll work with Brothers. Darlene and I will work together. We'll get it all figured out for you. Um, all right. Wanted to go over the holiday meal schedule. So we've got Willow Creek, Parkview, Chisholm Ridge, Hatley, Dozier, Eagle Mountain Elementary, Lake Country, Saginaw Elementary, Northbrook, Hathley Development, Remington Point, and Copper Creek will be doing the parent participation meals. I'm still collecting RSVPs. I do have access to all of that this year. So I should be able to tell you exactly how many people have RSVP'd as those deadlines come. If you are not listed there as an elementary school, that means that your campus chose not to have parents and families join for that meal, so you will have yours on November 20th. And all middle schools and high schools will also have theirs on November 20th. All right, I have emailed you about the turkey and gravy being out in the warehouse. The cranberry sauce is out in the warehouse, and the rest of it came today. So you should be able to order that now. And what else? Oh, your cornbread stuffing, you'll get that. That's already been added to your Cisco for tomorrow. And then anything else that you need is going to be your responsibility. But make sure you have to order your cranberry sauce and turkey and gravy from the warehouse. All right. And just a few documentation tips for you as we continue through the school year. You can use that verbal documentation form, document all of your counseling and coaching on there. Anytime you're coaching someone, you can use that form. That way you've got documentation that you talked about it so that if that behavior continues, we can move on to a written. But please use that form that was created. Ask the employee if they're aware of the expectations. These are all things that going through the process with HR as far as what they're expecting for documentation. These are all questions that have come up. So ask the employee if they're aware of the expectation or the policy, the procedure, whatever it might be. If not, go over the expectations and ensure their understanding, right? So we're not just going to say, well, you did it wrong. You need to go over the expectation clearly and make sure they understand the expectation. Ensure that you document that you did go over that expectation. Describe the behavior that must change and the policy associated with that behavior. So Make sure that you are pulling out the handbook and pulling whatever line from that you need. Get the employee's feedback or explanation after that, and then give the employee the expected correction or correct behavior. So again, not just saying, well, you did that wrong. How did you do it wrong? What are the expectations? What should it look like going forward? What do you want that to look like? What should that behavior look like? So when is the correction expected, right? Some things are immediate. Some things, if it's uniform related or something else, you might be sending them home and it's going to be by tomorrow. Is it by next week? Maybe it's speeding up, prep for something. Anyway, is it by next week? So whatever it might be, give them a timeline and then follow up. You should follow up and document your follow-up. On that documentation for your follow-up, you need to note whether that behavior has been corrected or it continues. All of that helps us to show a pattern if we need to. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully we correct behaviors. Hopefully we don't have issues to begin with, but I know that's a perfect world. But all of that will help us establish that the person has been, that the behavior has been discussed, the expectations have been discussed, what the correct behavior looks like has been discussed, and that you've done that follow-up piece to ensure that they're understanding, and whether or not the behavior is continuing. It all helps develop that pattern and protect you, so that if it needs to go before HR, we can show that you've done your due diligence in helping to train this person, helping them train them up before we try to move them out. So, all right. And then along with documentation, let's talk about something more positive. Self-care. We talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the year, but I wanted to touch on it again. It's October, so we're moving through the year. Become aware of your stressors and how they're affecting you. That's one thing I want you to try to focus on this month. What are your triggers? What are your stressors? How are those things affecting you? Are you triggered when your staff's running late? Are you triggered when you don't get lunch counts in time? What's triggering you, and how can we help with that? I know those are kind of some silly examples, but reframe in stressful times. Okay, so can we reframe that? Maybe there was a sub in this class and maybe they couldn't get their lunch counts to you. Anyway, just trying to look at that positive, like, hey, they're not doing it intentionally. Take a deep breath and it's going to be okay. And how can we make it better for the future? Practice gratitude. Practice gratitude to yourself and others. I want you all to listen to that. I'm not very good at that either, but practice gratitude for yourself. I want you all to listen to that. I think that we are our hardest critics. And so I want you to all have grace for yourselves and practice some gratitude, not just for others, but also for yourself. All right, so some things you can do today for some self-care, just a few things that you can quick do. A 60-second desk cleanup. Set a timer for 1 minute, organize and file loose papers, and dispose of clutter. So if you do that every day, hopefully that clutter doesn't become overwhelming as far as your desk area, and you can stay on task when you're at your desk. Stay hydrated. Stand in the sunshine for a minute. And we talked about that at the beginning of the year, just going outside and standing in the sunshine for a minute. Remember the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding method, or practice some box breathing. So box breathing is where you're just going to inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for 4 and then slowly exhale, and then hold your breath again. And you can make a box with your finger as you do it. And then the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique that we also talked about at the beginning of the year. Just 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch around you, 3 things that you can hear, and then acknowledging 2 things you can smell and 1 thing that you can taste. And that helps reset that nervous system to help you hopefully move out of that stressful period, whatever's going on, and move forward with a more calm demeanor and just calming that nervous system down so that you are able to focus and have hopefully a better day. All right. I think that's it for me. Mostly just wanted to remind y'all to take care of yourselves and let us know if there's anything we can do to help you.
Thank you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
And let's see, is my screen moving?
Aaron.
Can you see my screen? I moved it to reminders.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Well, Megan talked about working with stress, so I'm about to give you stress. So, sorry. Weekly reminders. I haven't sent it out this last 2 weeks, so I just said I include it here. To please be current on all your production records, close out your receipts, including your DoD receipts, warehouse orders, transfers, etc. Who is calling me? Who is calling me? We're in a meeting. Let me lower that. And also, I meant to add it here on our warehouse. We're still finding a few of those items that they tell me they still have some. I'm going to do a little bit of investigation, but I'm afraid that when we are receiving some of those items, there's a box you have to check and it shouldn't let you move forward. But you also have to specify that you received however many. So if you're not putting one or however many you received, let's say you received 2, but you left it as 1, then that is going to mess up the inventory. It'll let you close it out, but it's still going to mess it up. It doesn't explain the 0 quantities, but it could explain why they say they have more in hand, but you still can order them. Okay, so just be mindful when you're doing that you are specifying how many you order and how many you actually receive. Then check the box, and then next. There's always a 2-step system to receive those orders. And then who can tell me when's our next inventory?
Next
Pop
week.
quiz.
No, 31st.
Halloween day.
Yeah. There
Next
we go.
Friday, the 31st. So I'll be working on those sheets. Last time I sent them out late, but it actually worked out because you guys remember you had to do inventory. So most of you had already started it, which was great. So yes, don't wait until the last minute and start, already. It's a good time to kind of like start looking into what you have that you're not moving next week, and you can start putting those counts on your cheat sheets or even on the inventory. You can open it. It's not going to break anything. Just don't close it. Cisco shortages, credits, and damages. So when you send those emails, I do, we get these often, like today was produce, right? So tomorrow we get our truck. And when sending emails about delivery issues, just remember to be specific, right? So if you are shorted an item, specify how much was shorted, if the driver signed or at least acknowledged that shortage, and if you need it reshipped or just a credit. This will avoid the back and forward on the emails because I have to ask you, did the driver acknowledge it? Or do you need it? Or is he going to give you credit? Do you have enough to cover? Could it come next on the next truck? And the thing is, like, when I send these emails to our rep, she's going to ask me these questions. So a lot of time there's a lot of back and forward between you and me, and this the best way is to be specific and informative from that first email, so I can take care of you a lot faster. So here's a little options here, and maybe you guys can help me decide. So this is example. So what should your email include? So first one is, I was shorted one case of popcorn chicken and the driver initial on the item. Can I get this reship? I serve it before my next truck. The other option is, I was shorted 1 case of popcorn chicken and I need it for Thursday. I was shorted a case of popcorn chicken today. What would be the best email that will give me all the information I need in that first time? First one. So these are actually all examples of things that received. Yes, you can tell me you were shorted. but I'm still going to ask you, do you need this? Do you need me to send it back to you, or do you need a credit? So it's good that you're informing me, but I'm still with a question. Okay, how can I help you? Do you need this still? I see it on the menu in the next few days, next week, before the our next truck. So always be as specific and informative as possible. So the same goes for Primero Edge inventory add-ons, whether that is produce, ice cream, Cisco. So your email should include the following, right? Which one should we have from the options here? Item name and price, Cisco number or any other number, item name, item number, if available, price, and case size. So what would give me the most information for me to go and enter that inventory item for you as quick as possible so you can go ahead and move on and close your receipts? Not Lucy. Lisa, I see your hand.
It would be C.
C. Yeah, so again, I could pull this information. I could go into Cisco and pull it up. C, Ryan. I could pull it up, but sometimes it's a sub item and so they won't show up on my Cisco store. I would have to pull your invoice and I will have to find the item. So a lot of times it's just about minimizing that time it'll take me to find this stuff. Also, ice cream. We had a lot of ice cream today. So if you send ice cream, that's okay. I can still put it in the vendor, but it's still, imagine me getting items from different schools, different items, and me having to pull the vendor website every single time to find the case size, the price, and all the information I would need essentially to make this an inventory item. You have that information there. If it's easier for you, snap a picture of the item, snap a picture of the invoice and just circle it. Like, hey, Darlene, I need this item added. I would have all the information right there and I can go ahead and enter it for you, get that back to you and write done. So again, it's to minimize the back and forward on my end. Sometimes the systems are down. Yesterday was the day that some of our systems were down, so I would have had to wait. But if you had that information on hand, Primero Edge was working, I could have done it. All right, and produce forms. So on this one, it's just a reminder that we need to be notified if you are not needing a produce order. So either upload the form and put no order or send an email and specify, Empire Brothers, etc., or Cisco. And then just please put your name on the form, your school name. And when you're uploading, put your initials, like your school name or initial like this. Most of you are doing it now. The reason is like this is how it would show on my end. So if you're putting Empire Produce form, that's all I see. I would have to start opening each one to see which school sent this. And sometimes there's not even a school name on the form. So then sometimes it tells me, okay, who uploaded this? But if I already touched it, it changes to my name. So then it becomes like a little scavenger hunt to see what school I don't have uploaded. But if you go ahead and save it with your school name from the get-go, I already know that belongs to you. If I don't find a form and I have an email saying no produce, I know you don't need one. But if I don't find a form and I don't have an email, I will email you and say, hey, I don't have anything from you. Most of the time you guys say, yeah, I'll upload it. And I'm like, well, I don't see it. Can you try again? So just be mindful of non-communication so we don't miss you. And lastly, we all get a pumpkin. So this should be coming in tomorrow. We had more than 50% of you say, yes, you wanted pumpkins. So we are gonna get pumpkins sent out to you tomorrow. You can decor, carve, or really anything you want. You don't have to do it. You can just simply put them on the line, but we would love for you to participate. If you can send me your creations by November 14th so we can see them and then kind of like choose, maybe we can make a little social media post about what you guys did or just keep it, of course, internally. But the idea is to get some team building, engagement, and kids will like it because the idea is for you to put it on the line for them to see it. So of course, make it presentable and appropriate. And that's all I have. Thank you.
We cannot hear you. Norma. Norma's hidden in the great pumpkin patch.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, I can hear Ryan, but you're
Hey, come
you're
use
not
my
as good as
normal.
Norma.
Oh, I know that. Oh,
Hopefully y'all can hear me now.
You're good to go.
Okay. So I want to talk about counterfeit money. If you receive money that you think is suspicious, do not overreact at the time you get the money. Make sure you're using the counterfeit pins to check suspicious money and any bills larger than $5. At elementary campuses, be sure to remember who gave you the money. Contact school administration immediately to advise. At secondary campuses, identify the student, bring the bills to school administration immediately, and contact the CNS office. Do not return the money to the students. Feed the children even if this happens. Cashier, just a reminder to read the pop-up messages. Always check to make sure that you're charging the correct students. So we have some instances where a student is being charged with another name. So double check especially if you have the picture of the student on your POS. HACCP employee trainings. This is just a reminder, all employee HACCP training needs to be turned in on time. We have too many schools that are not sending their training, their HACCP training sign-in sheets on time. These are to be turned into Lupe Camacho. Lupe needs this information on time. If you have a special situation at your school, like let's say you didn't have power, your computer's not working, call or email Lupe before the deadline to see how Lupe can maybe help you with the training sign-in sheets. This is also for custodial orders. Lupe needs to receive those on time. Uniform and dress code requirements. No false eyelashes, one stud earring per ear is allowed. We're seeing manager staff wearing more than one earring per ear. Smartwatches are not allowed, no fingernail polish, not even clear, no false fingernails. So managers, just keep an eye on this and make sure that the policies are being followed. Employee assignments. By now, you should all have work schedules posted. Send an email to your supervisor with a copy of your work schedule. If you need help creating or updating your work schedules, set up a meeting with your supervisor. We'll be more than help you. Work schedules must be posted where everyone can see them. Work schedules are important to guide your staff. Work schedules help when you have a sub. If you have posted your work schedules from years back, that is not a good idea. Work schedules must be updated as needed. Having your work schedules just in your computer for you to see, that is not best practice. Not having a work schedule because your staff knows what to do is not best practice. Purses, packages in the kitchen. Purses should not exceed 12 by 12 in size. Managers, supervisors have the right to inspect any bags questionable as employees are leaving the kitchens. Trash dumpsters. We know some of the schools have had some issues with this. As soon as the manager calls to let Lupe know about the dumpster is full, Lupe makes a phone call and also sends out an email to the trash company to let them know that the dumpsters are full, providing the company with your name, the name of your school. Lupe Camacho does reach out immediately. Please keep in mind that Lupe can only let the company know your dumpster is full. However, we know that the custodians keep telling you the dumpsters are full, and at this time there's not much that we can do but wait for the truck to come pick up the trash. So thank you for your patience on that. I want to thank everyone for doing a great job. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is a progress. Working together is a success. And can I tell you that I am so proud of each and every one of you. We've retained a lot of employees this year. Let's keep up the good work. Thank you. Any questions?
Can you define a work schedule?
You
Are
need
you
help with the
talking about
work?
like a rotation schedule, like,
Yeah, like your
your
job
meat cook
assignments.
is to do this, this, and this?
Yeah, job assignments. If you need help, we'll be more than glad to go help you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody. Let's get this thing going. Touching on just a few things, reminding you guys, try to, take care of yourselves, like Megan was saying, not just mentally, but, health-wise as well. We're getting ready to hit the busy season of the cold, flu, strep, and all the other things that come when the weather starts to change. Please take care of yourself and encourage your staff to try and stay healthy as well. Make sure everyone is washing their hands, as this is the #1 concern for spreading germs. And with that being said, make sure that your hand sink is reaching temperatures of at least 110 degrees. That is the proper hand washing temperature. If not, put in a work order. How can you test that? Simply just take one of your digital thermometers that we provide you guys, put it underneath the water, make sure it's reaching 110 degrees. Oh, sorry, let me. Are we good now? Okay. All right, cold weather reminders. Just be cautious with all kitchen equipment. We have noticed, that things happen. Some equipment's old, some equipment's new. Things happen, things go down. So just once again, when you're doing your walkthrough in the morning and turning everything on, make sure all your equipment is working. Okay. Don't forget to leave a little early to make sure you get to work on time. Start to defrost your car before you leave. Reminder to your staff and to yourself that jackets are not to be worn into the kitchen. They are welcome to wear a tight fitting arm sleeve or something tight to the body, something usually like Under Armour or Nike or something, but nothing loose fitting. Nothing should be worn where the clothing could possibly be touching the food. Okay. And then also make sure that the heat in the building is working. And if it's not, once again, put in a work order. Make sure you got a comfortable work environment for your people to come into. Okay. Temp logs. Seems like a pretty simple thing to do and execute, but surprisingly enough, we have been out there, guys, and like I said, and ladies, and they're just not being done. Okay. This should be done, on a daily. They should be up to date on the daily. We have noticed that a lot of incomplete temp logs, which could ultimately lead into us serving unsafe food, and that's to everyone, including your students, teachers, and your own staff members. So you have to. So some of you have already had this happen to you. So please be aware, but with some of the freezers and coolers going down lately, this only helps you and your team. And then do you know the plan if your freezer or cooler goes down? Cisco. Just wanted to say thank you to everybody for doing such a great job so far with this year on Cisco. I have slowly kind of taken over some parts of Cisco. I'm still learning some stuff as well, but you guys have all made that a very nice, easy transition for me. Most of you guys are ordering everything on bid, which is great. But some of the stuff that I have noticed that whenever I'm reviewing and submitting orders, some of you guys are still ordering the wrong peas and carrots, the Italian dressing mix. You're not going to get bottles of Italian dressing no more. Sorry, that's just not what it is. We have a mix and you guys are required to mix it yourselves. Pears and then peaches. I mean, a lot of you guys are still kind of ordering the Cisco brand. I believe the Del Monte brand for pears and peaches are both what you're supposed to be ordering and are on bid. And then moving forward, like I said, I will be working with Darlene and we'll try to work together to discuss any new item numbers or any discontinued products that we won't be using anymore and try to get you guys those updates as soon as possible. I know we kind of ran into some issues with ketchup cups last week and some of you guys had to order packets. Darlene was able to get most of you guys subbed with something different that still came in the cup, but with those kind of situations, everything else like that, we'll work together and we'll try to get you all of that information as soon as we possibly can. And zombie cups. Okay, if you guys haven't already noticed or they haven't been there yet, I'd like to hope that they have been by 3 o'clock. Zombie cups have been delivered and should be coming in today. just a reminder, have fun with this. It should be a fun, cool experience for every student in the district. These cups can be sold exclusively on this Friday, the 24th, and then next Friday, the 31st. That was Megan's direction to me to give out to you guys. So I don't believe we want to sell them any other days than that, just to kind of keep the.
I mean, middle
Surprise
schools and high
factor.
schools can sell them. That's mostly for elementary. So elementary's usually only Fridays, but the middle schools and high schools, you can sell them till you're out. But, the hope would be to have some left for next week, right?
Awesome. Thank you, Megan.
So, and then they're the same price as any of the other cups. So if you don't get ice cream cups, because I just had this question, if you are not normally getting ice cream cups, you're going to charge it as an elementary. It's the elementary price. That's that lower price.
Awesome. Thank you, Megan, for some updated details on that. And then other than that, like I said, guys, just have some fun with it. Like I said, push those sales and have fun while you're doing it. Remember, it's all about the student/customer service experience. And last thing, once again, I personally want to say thank you guys as well. Thank you for everything, for a great start of the school year. You all have done an amazing job. Let's keep it up and get ready for Thanksgiving break. You may not know, but we have exactly 22 working days until the break. So hang in there. And once again, thank you guys for everything that y'all do. Have a good rest of the day.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay. Before we get started, Sheila, did you have a question? Because I thought I saw your hand go up. No? Okay. Let's get going. I just have a few things here. So let's do this. Managers, if you are absent, please leave a note in case an MIT is sent to cover you. You can do this if you know ahead of time that you will be out. We have seen some kitchens that have the manager subfolder completed and some schools that do not. If you do not have yours completed, please do so. It really does help if we have an MIT cover for you and they're able to find important information easily. Something that would be great to add to your subbook is your employee cashier logins. Those seem to be forgotten over the long breaks. A little bit on subs. A lot of you have been getting new subs this year. So if you do get a sub, I just want you guys to know that if you do have a sub that comes to work in your kitchen, please know that they're expected to follow all the same policies and procedures as all the specialists that are listed in the handbook. Please know that you are able to document subs if needed. Remember, you are the example in your kitchen. If you have any questions about that, you can always reach out to your supervisor. Some important info. Please make sure that you are following all the menus that are provided by the dietitian. Please pay special attention to any special diets and ensure they are being provided to the student or students. If you have any questions about that menu item or a special diet, please reach out to Darlene. These are really important that we follow these special diets that Darlene creates for them because it's something that's expected to be followed. And these kids are on a special diet for a reason, so we really need to pay attention to those. This kind of touching on what Norma said a little bit earlier. Work with your staff on just making sure that they're aware when students come through to purchase that they are the correct student that's tied to that account. More on the high school level, there have been some instances where the IDs have been lost and then they are used by another student. So just try to be more careful, work with your team, get them all on the same page and make sure they're just really careful with that. If you have any questions about that, reach out to one of your supervisors. Thank you guys so much for helping us out with that. And then just something that we're seeing again, Sun Butters, that is a lunch option and it should always be served along with the other menu items daily. It's not best to refrigerate it. It just doesn't hold very well when it's refrigerated. It's really hard and it just doesn't look great. A few reminders, if you need any frames for your posters or your health inspection, please let your supervisor know. You should all have the current inspection posted in your kitchen. For those of you that are doing cookies for your school, please don't forget to order the milk that's needed for that day. Follow the instructions given to you by Megan. Holiday meals are coming up. Please read the important emails that Megan has sent out and look out for more to come. Thank you, everybody. This has been a great startup this year. Everyone's been doing great with submitting timesheets. I'm not having to chase a lot of people down. The students have gotten way better. I really do appreciate that from you guys, working really hard to get those done. I know sometimes it feels like I'm hounding you, but it's because I'm being asked for them to get pushed through. So I really do appreciate that. Let us know if you need anything. We're always here to help you. Does anybody have any questions? Okay.
Okay, she's not here today. She's not here today. And it's me. Okay.
She's here.
I'm here.
Turn this off.
Okay. I just want to talk about a little bit about students that they go to different campuses. Like we have students that are at the high school or middle school, and then they go to the alternative school, I guess. That school. Okay, so they go and eat breakfast there, and then they go and eat breakfast at the other school. So if you see a student that is from a different campus, please, you need to write down the student ID and the name if you can, and I will take care of that. I will see why the students were there, because we have some students that they go with their parents, and because the parent, the mom or the dad, they're teachers, and then they go and eat breakfast there, and then they go back to their schools and then they eat there too. So I just need to know that, because we are doing a lot of adjustments, because that student, why my kid was charged twice, So I just need to know, whenever you see a student with from a different campus, just write it down. Write the student ID. Okay. Do you have any questions?
I
Ooh,
do.
we
Lupe,
are done. Yes.
do we not, I don't normally have a kid from another campus, but if a kid from another campus comes in, our POSs or whatever, we can go in and change it to another school. Does that make sense? And pull that kid's first account up, right? Yes. Okay, never mind. I get it now. Never mind. It's answered.
OMG.
Sorry.
Oh
Hey,
no. Okay.
She
do you
just said that, Lucy.
I have to say something really fast.
How do we mute Vessi?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I didn't mute you.
I lied about the pumpkins. Cisco just emailed me. They're coming next Wednesday. They couldn't get them in today. Sorry. Oh, I know. But next Wednesday. And I'm going to send an email about our Cisco deliveries tomorrow with pumpkin cookies information. Okay.
If
That's all.
anyone does a Charlie Brown pumpkin, send me a picture.
You have them, tell them to decorate the pumpkin. Some of them don't want to.
Yes, we want to see those pumpkins.
I like the decorated pumpkins.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right. That's all I got. Thank you, everyone.
Questions? No? Okay. Thank you.
Y'all have a great week.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.